This tutorial is on how to embed a Google group into a Google site. So your students can have access to a discussion forum for whatever it is that you'd like to put onto a Google site. It could be something that you use to deliver lessons or something your students use to talk to each other. So here's how you do it. First thing you want to do is in a Google search, type in Google Groups. Make sure that you are logged in with your @longbeachschools.net credential. And then when you type in Google Groups, the first thing that will come up is Google Groups. So you click on it. And then you'll notice this page comes up. So you have a couple options. You can go to My Groups, Browse All, or Create Group. You want to go to Create Group if this is your first time creating one. So you create it. You come up with a name. So the name will be Panther Test. Right? And then you'll have a group email address that it will create. Then under group description, I'm just going to put test group. And then you have a bunch of choices you can decide on down here. So under group type, I want to choose web forum because that's something I want to put on the Google site. So it says a web forum allows people to interact with the group and have an engaging interactive discussions on the web. So it puts it in a web format so we can copy the embed code and stick it somewhere. Then you can choose your basic permissions down here. And then when you are all done selecting these items, you click create. And it's going to create your group. And then it'll give you a congratulations notice. Okay. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to create a welcome message. And we're just going to go hello to the test group. And then save. Okay, so that's our first, that's our welcome message. And then we want to create a new topic. And the topic will be first test discussion. Okay, and then by me, you can see that when you start a discussion topic, it'll give the people who are going to be involved in the discussion who started it, and that would be me. So you can also choose canned responses to these, hey, great job or whatever. So this is the first topic, and then people would respond to this. Okay, so then what you want to do is post it. Okay, and then this is basically how it's going to look when you embed this group onto whatever website you want. So then in order to do that, what we have to do is we have to come up here and then we have to go to Google Sites. So I want to get to Google Sites. And this is something that you can do or your students can do. And then I have a test site that I usually use. So I'm just going to click on that one. And so here's the test site. I've got just a couple of different examples of how to add pictures and things like that. But what we want to do is we want to be able to add, we want to be able to embed that Google group. So we want to click on embed, and then it says embed code here. Okay, so we can click on embed code, and then we want to go back to our group. We want to come up here. There's two choices, my settings. Okay, and then it gives you these options here, and then there's the gear settings. What we want to do is we want to come down here to group settings. So you click on group settings, and you'll notice at the very bottom it says embedding your group. To embed this group in an external web page, copy and paste the following iframe HTML into the web page's HTML source. So then all we do is we just copy that. And then we come to our test page, and then we paste the URL in there. Okay, and then we insert. And with Google Groups, they usually take a little while to get going because there's a lot of information that has to be transferred over. And so usually what happens is there's this like kind of little holding page, and then eventually what will happen is the group will pop up, and then students will be able to respond to it, and it will look kind of like this one. So it'll just have the same type of format. The other thing that you can do is you can link an individual topic by clicking the link. You can send this link, and it'll link all the replies together. So that's a way to be able to have these groups involved in your website so students can start a discussion.